Hopefully you won't need it.
We ready to go, Carly?
Exactly.
We're live, Mr. Chairman.
We're live. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the Monday, June 12th meeting of the Painesville Township Zoning Commission meeting. Please stand and we'll pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Okay, Daryl?
Here.
John Hott?
Here.
John Everett?
Here.
Mark?
Here.
And Chairman.
Here. Okay. Anybody in the audience, do you have any questions for us that is not on the agenda? Concerns? Okay. Having said that, I'll call the regular meeting to order. We have the minutes that were emailed to every other members of the May 8th, 2023 minutes. Any changes or amendments need to be made? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Mark made. Discussion on the motion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Okay, Mark?
Yes.
John Everett?
Yes.
Daryl?
Yes.
John Hott?
Yes.
And Chairman.
Abstain. Okay, we have a public hearing. The order of business of the public hearing is application for a map amendment. Request proposes to rezone parcel containing 17.76 acres from B1 to FPUD and to include that acreage in the villages of at Casement FPUD. This was at the request, Painesville Township trustee initiated this amendment based upon a recommendation from the Lake County Planning Commission. So, staff, any more on this?
No, Mr. Chairman, I did hear from George Davis with ProBuilt Homes regarding this application. He asked if they needed to be present. I told him it wasn't necessary because it's trustee initiated and because the property owner is in agreement that it should be rezoned. So,
Okay.
pretty simple.
Where is that property located at? We didn't have a map to show, or I didn't.
Oh, that acreage, here, I can pull it up on the screen, but that is all the hillside between Old Casement and the golf course.
Just a hillside.
Just hillside. It's all currently zoned. Well,
There's some at the bottom.
I
of
would
it.
there's some at the bottom and there's some at the top.
Yeah.
The old clubhouse
Okay.
is part of that property as
Okay.
well, and then there's some land that is usable as part of the town center portion of Casement, but most all, I would say 99.9% of that land is all hillside and unusable.
And would that be all located in one of those PUDs?
Yes, that would all be part of the town center.
Okay.
Any other questions of what we're trying to do here of the members, for the staff? Okay, having said that, I think this came from the, that we were looking at this case about 2 months ago. It's one of the recommendations from the Lake County Planning Commission. So I'll entertain, if any objections, entertain a motion for.
Wait a minute.
I'm sorry.
You have to see if anybody's from the public.
Oh, that is
Forget
correct. Forgot about that. Anybody in the public for this amendment? Anybody in the public oppose the amendments? Okay, thank you. Thank you for helping me out.
Does anybody want to talk?
Okay, and then
Correct.
this is the property here.
Here we go.
It's all this area.
Yeah.
And so this portion up here would be usable land. I doubt they'll do anything over here. They do want to reuse this location for a potential restaurant maybe or something in the future for town center. But otherwise it's really just hillside.
Yeah, the only hole left there is number 9. That was in
Yeah.
part of that area, number 9.
Oh, was
The
it? Is
green,
it
yeah.
down here?
Yeah, the green.
The green is on
Only thing
up in
left.
that area.
Correct.
Oh,
Used to
well,
play that quite frequently.
Oh yeah.
well, they do want to use the hillside as basically just as access to that lower level that's supposed to be open park space down below. I think there were a few entities that were involved in potentially getting or to take over the park space down below, and I believe there are some funds somewhere to do. I think it's going to be a bridge across the Grand River here, so people can access both parks in the future.
Thank you, Harley.
You're welcome.
Any other any other concerns or questions from the board? If not, and nothing from the audience, I entertain a motion for either continuing the public hearing or closing the public hearing.
Make a motion to close it.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion to close the public hearing. Discussion? Hearing none, roll call please.
Okay, Daryl,
Yes.
Mark,
Yes.
John Hott,
Yes.
John Everett,
Yes.
and Chairman.
Yes. Okay. Architectural review, site plan. Case number 5, 2023, case 5 ZC. Plan review for 14,720 square foot warehouse at 891 Callender Boulevard. Excuse me, is the applicant here? Would you please come up and give us what you plan on doing? This is the one right here.
My name is Steve Zelko. I'm with the Zelko Building
Mhm.
Systems, and Jim Horvat, he's the owner of Technical Glass. And we're applying for a site plan approval for a new facility for Technical Glass. And I think you've seen the drawings on it.
Mhm.
You know, there's going to be warehousing, there's going to be office, and that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Well.
Go ahead.
Okay, I have a question. I
Yeah.
looked over the map and you have the adjacent property owner listed there, but is that vacant land in between the two, where this is going to be constructed, or is that?
Those are side yards. One is a side yard of their existing building, and the other one is a side yard of the new building.
Well, there's a section in the middle that's not mowed, and that's why I was wondering.
That's part of the new
Okay, that's
site.
that's
the
the
new
that's the
site,
question.
yeah.
I'm
There's
asking.
brush there. There's some little small trees in there and stuff. Yeah, that'll all be taken care of.
So to the right of your driveway. Okay, that's the property I was thinking
Mm-hmm.
about. I took a ride down there and took a look at it, but
There's a landscape area, and there's some mature trees in that area. And then if you go further north a little bit, there's probably 15 foot of brush, and then it empties into a vacant lot.
a little curious as to what you make in the with the glass or.
We blow glass, quartz glass, high temperature glass. It's used in fiber optics, semiconductors, UV water treatment, a lot of medical items. So highest temperature glass you can get, highest purity, is 99.98% pure. The softening point is 1670 C. So that's why we use hydrogen and oxygen to heat the glass and then shape it in different shapes and forms. But the big part of our business is going to distribution business. We've got a warehouse up at the corner there, and we currently have a facility in Louisiana. But the logistics, we get most of our raw material from the former GE plant in Willoughby, right on Route 20 and 91.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's called Momentum. They changed the name. And then we have two other facilities, Newark, Ohio, and one in Wuxi in China. They've changed the way they package the glass. We built our building in 2000 in Painesville Township. We could drive to Willoughby and pick up what we needed, but you can't do that anymore. Everything is made to order, long lead times, enormous size carton boxes. So we've a ticket from Willoughby to Newark or China to Newark, we gotta ship it to Louisiana because there's a big warehouse down there. Unpack it and bring it back to Ohio. It's a logistics nightmare, so.
sounds like it.
Consolidate everything up here.
This will help you out be more efficient.
Yes, very.
Okay.
Cost efficient.
Okay. Well, efficient too and cost.
Yeah, yeah.
Any more questions, John? Anybody else on the board have any questions for the applicant for this, on this site? I have a question for you. The building,
Yes.
is it gonna be like similar to what the buildings are in the area?
It's going to be very similar to the building that they're in.
Okay.
With a pre-engineered metal building, warehouse, and then the front office.
Okay.
And it's going to be part metal, part masonry. Look very, very similar to what they have.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Any other questions for the applicant? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We have some, we'll ask you in a minute. If we have to. Staff report?
Everything that is being presented meets our minimum standards. I would recommend approval as submitted. I have went on a tour of their current facilities, and what they do there is actually really neat. They've got a really clean facility. It's surprising. Well, I assume it's not supposed to be surprising, but you go in, it's incredibly neat, and then everyone's got their stations, and the things that they're doing are
Thank you very
kinda
much.
cool. But yes,
Anybody-
thank you for that.
I'm sorry.
Cutting edge stuff.
It probably is cutting edge, but when you're in there, it feels very like a glass blowing type facility.
I said
Which
block
is what
windows are the best I've
started.
ever seen, so.
No.
good.
It's really neat though. It is, and they run a clean
Excellent.
facility, and their current building is impeccably maintained. It's beautiful. They've got really nice landscaping.
Anybody have any more questions either of the applicant or staff? Hearing no questions. Entertain a motion for approval of the site plan as presented.
A motion to approve. I'll second. Either way.
Either way.
Okay.
Whatever way you heard it, Rachel.
Discussion on the motion for approval? Hearing none, roll call please.
Okay, John Hott.
Yes,
There we go. Daryl,
Yes.
John Everett,
Yes.
Mark,
Yes.
and Chairman.
Yes. Okay, site plan has been approved.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right,
Yeah.
it's case
luck.
2303.
If you guys ever wanna stop by and take a tour like Carly did, I think you would be really surprised what we do.
Thank you very much.
It is. It is.
Appreciate that.
Impressive. Thank
Okay.
you.
Case 20236 ZC, site plan review for a 720 square foot storage building at 25 Freedom Road. I assume you are the applicant? Thank you. And would you please go ahead with your application?
Thank you.
That's all that stuff.
Good evening. My name is Andy Tarowski. I'm an architect with CT Consultants. Unfortunately, the owner was not available to come tonight, so you've got me. Currently, they have at the site, they have a very small, just a shed that they store some materials in. When people transition from being in a home to homeless, they try to jam as much as they can into that. And unfortunately, with the amount of people that come through there, that little storage shed is not sufficient anymore. So the intent is to remove the shed and put in a 24 by 30 single story accessory structure that's wood construction. It'll have white siding to match the existing building and a gable roof with shingles to match also the existing structure out there.
Okay. Any questions of the commission to the
What
applicant?
kind of stuff will be stored there?
Just typical furniture, some boxes that have their housewares and things like that in it.
you mentioned a shed that was going to be torn down. That shed, has it been torn down already?
I do not believe. The last time I was at the site, it was still.
Okay, I didn't see any building that was separate from the main building.
It may be down by now, but I haven't been there in a while. So if it is, it's got to get removed anyway because that's where the
There was a
building's going.
concrete slab that maybe was where I was sitting. I'm not sure.
It's exactly going just a little bit further west of the concrete slab now.
Any other questions, concerns from the staff? I mean, from commission? Okay, sir, thank you. Staff report, please.
This is a pretty small scale project, especially in that area. They're very near Freedom Road, Lubrizol. It's in an industrial district, and I think what they're proposing falls in line with our zoning requirements, and I don't see any cause for concern
Okay.
from us.
Thank you. Any member of the commission have a question for the applicant or the staff about regarding this site plan in front of us now? Hearing no questions, entertain a motion for approval of the site plan as presented tonight.
So moved.
Daryl
Second.
moved, and I need a second. John?
Yes.
Okay, good. Discussion on the motion? Hearing none, roll call please.
Okay, Daryl,
Yes.
John Hott,
Yes.
Mark,
Yes.
John Everett,
Yes.
and Chairman.
Yes. Okay. Alrighty. Next thing we have, any new business to present to the commission? Have a nice evening, sir.
Thank you, you too.
Any new business to the commission?
No, Mr. Chairman.
Hearing none. Any old business to the commission? Hearing none.
When are we gonna go over the approval? Is it down here a little bit?
Address the disposition of any.
Okay, no problem.
That's where that's next.
I saw,
Yep, no problem.
forgive it.
We have we closed the public hearing. So right now we have 30 days to do this. One of two things. We actually have 30 days to make a recommendation to the trustees. And that recommendation is always to recommend approval. And then as we vote, it could be no or yes. But but if you make a motion, it must be to approve the
Has to be
Yeah.
in the affirmative.
affirmative. To approve the recommendation to rezone the property. So, we closed it, we heard all the information, entertain a motion to approve the rezoning of the parcel from a B1 to the FPUD, and by doing so, it'll be included in the acreage of the villages at Casement FPUD.
So moved.
Mark made a motion to approve. Need a second?
I'll second it.
By John. Discussion on the motion for the rezoning? Hearing none, roll call please.
Okay, John Everett,
Yes.
Daryl,
Yes.
John Hott,
Yes.
Mark,
Yes.
and Chairman.
Yes. Okay. Items being held for public hearing? I don't hear any. Zoning inspections report?
I have nothing to add, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other further business to come before the commission? Hearing none. The next meeting is July 10th, 2023. And I'll adjourn the meeting at 6:49. Meeting adjourned.
Hey, Ted, I won't be here for the July meeting. I'm visiting my other